Well, this is the Screwfix's own, or at least advertised as such, lawn scarifier and lawn rake, and they have a very good reputation, and they don't cost a fortune, and they're not very big, so they're easy to put away. So it's a little I'll have a go at showing you around it, and a little use of my little postage stamp of a lawn. So that yellow thing there is a height adjustment. That unused bit there is the actual, I presume it's a scarifier. Like a small Rotavator, I don't like them. I much prefer a Rake, which is what's fitted in it. Right. It's electric, mains powered, as you can see, with a lead coming down. A bit like an electric lawnmower. Press a button and pull the lever sort of simultaneously, or button before the lever type affair. That's where the grass box goes, which I'll demonstrate in a minute. Right, now you've just seen round it, I think. So I'll turn it upside down. It has been used, it's not new. It even lives just over there, outside, all winter long. Now we turn it upside down, at a slight angle, so you can probably see it there, hopefully you can see it. Now that big yellow lever there, for height adjustment, just, well there's the, so this is the Rake, which I think is much better than this thing. My last one of these was awful. I had one of these. It was a demo model, it only had one of these, and it just ripped the lawn to pieces. It looked like a ploughed field afterwards. It took months to restore. Horrible things. I think they're specialist purposes, and they're no good, I don't think, for the little postage stamp I've got. They're alright if you can just walk in straight lines for a long way. If you've got to keep going back and forth, it just minces the ground up and you've got no grass left. But a lawn rake just gently scrapes the top and gets rid of the thatch and any moss, which is all you want really. I don't know, I can't see the point of those things. Right, so the best demo would be to go like that, and as you see, watch the wheels. It just simply raises and lowers the height of the wheels, bringing the rake closer or further away from the grass. Personally, I just want it to tickle the grass, so I have it on the highest setting. With it comes a basket, which also lives outside. Just collapses, hang it on the wall, like that. Handle here. Just lift up the flap. This goes down like that, simple as that. Very easy to put on and off, but the last time I used it, most of the grass just went back on the lawn, didn't go in the basket at all. So anyway, you put it on there in the hope of. So I will now have a go at demonstrating it. Right, the idea of this is to go up and down the lawn, or rather just up and up and up in stripes, and then go in the opposite direction, or you can do a diagonal. You really need to go in a grid, not just like that, We'll try this. saw, that was quite easy. I'm doing it basically one-handed and it's as light as a feather, unlike if you've got a scarifier in. Now I go that way. Oh, and just to prove the point about this basket, there's not actually that much, is there really? Hey? A lot of it's still on the lawn. You rake it up afterwards. reasonable amount. I'll pause there. So I've emptied the basket. Now I'll turn it upside down and I'll see what it looks like underneath. Is it plugged up or is it not? Pretty clean. Right, so far so good. And look, you can roll it around. It doesn't snag the grass. That's good. Makes it easier to transport. Using that type of rake, not those timed ones that would look like a hand, they're useless. You just pick up what's left of the grass. Not a lot there, because that's actually the second go I've had, just to prove it worked. So, you can see me and not my hat. So, that then just goes in a truck bucket and in your green waste bin. And as you can see, look, as I've done that like 4 or 5 passes over that, apart from that bit in that corner, which you don't know if you can see that, but it's very mossy, it's very dark in that corner, the lawn is not wrecked. A little bit of rain and it will come back green again, I suspect. Now if you remember, I said I store this thing outside all year long because the shed is full of stuff. So because of that, certain bits could deteriorate. So a couple of things I'm going to point out, which you can probably deal with. First of all, this is the underneath, obviously. The spring tines on the rake themselves appear to be stainless and are in fine condition. But that door spring there, I hear it, that is obviously going rusty. So that's, the plating on that is not too clever, but the brackets attached to looks fine. Another thing is the handle, the tube here, water can go down there, and you turn it upside down, it all dribbled out. So what I've done, I don't know if you can see this, I don't know if you can, but can you focus in there? No, I don't think you can. But the tube comes out there, and there's a rubber bung in it or something. And I've just drilled an 1/8, well, a hole in the middle of it, so any water that goes in drains out. And both sides. Simple thing to do. And now another thing, I have to turn this over. No. Another thing is the top cover screws. You see here, they're deeply recessed, so much so that they fill up with water. You can't see down those ones, but this one here at the back isn't so deeply recessed, and you can see it's going rusty. So if they're left for any period of time, a couple of years, the head will disintegrate, and there's no way you'll be able to get a screwdriver in there anymore in the future. So what I've done with these, I've already cleaned them out, but using one of these, you know, or a compressor if you've got an air gun, just blow the water out and the muck, etc., all the way around. I've already done that because it might be a bit messy. Leave them to dry thoroughly, and then what I'm just sort of doing, and this is actually live, I haven't done this before, a little bit of oil on top of the screw, each one. Alright, etc. Don't get it on the bodywork, as you'll see why in a minute. Probably 2 drops actually. Now what I intend to do, I'm going to do, I have some green insulation tape. So now they're thoroughly dry, I can't do this and hold the camera at the same time, so I'll cut it up already. I'm just going to cover them up, and that should hopefully keep the rain out while it's under storage. Doesn't have to be green, of course, it can be any colour, but just a thought. Make it last a few more years longer maybe. So it's not a glamorous machine. The public aren't going to see it. Drive around in public, I'll sit on a lawnmower. It's just to keep the thing in good condition as long as possible. Or serviceable condition, so I say. So when you come to take the screws out, if you ever have to, they shouldn't be full of water. Well, I'm not going to do all of them because you just need to get the gist. Oh, a few wrinkles there, don't want them. Can't help it. Sort of thing. There. Looks a bit, never mind. And then you can see that lever now and a height adjustment, which is just a case of pull. Now, there's out number 3, number 2, number 1. Number 1 will probably scratch his lawn to smithereens, but probably not as bad as one of those scarifying thing with blades actually chop the soil up and cut into it. So there we go. I think it's worth, definitely worth the money. It didn't cost much. I think it was less than 100 quid at the time. I think I've had it about 2 years now. It was 80 odd quid. That was just after, well, I tried to buy it in the pandemic, couldn't, no supply, so I had to wait till afterwards and they come back in the shops again, or online should I say. So there, so hope that little review and demonstration was of use to you. There are some pictures of what the grass looks like after it's been done after this, I think. Should be, if I do the video right. So thanks for watching.